Make sure you are joining. Let's get the details of what is going on at the National Assembly right away. Let's get the details of what is stopping at the National Assembly right away. Breaking news. As we are talking with you now, Mama Oby Ezekwezili is at the ground of peaceful rally to tell our representatives that we need transmission of election results electronically. Yeah, Mama Oby Ezekwezili is at the rally right now. So, and she's gonna be speaking to us. She's gonna be speaking to us and other leaders. She's gonna be speaking to us and also other leaders as well. So I want to add a background something, but let me see how the thing gonna be. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, now this. If you are joining, make sure you like the video. Okay, not this. Seconds. So if you are joining, make sure you like. Make sure you like. I'm trying to get one of the destined to add there, but it's not working out. I don't know why. Okay. Make sure you like if you are joining. Make sure you like. So who is joining? Who is joining, guys? Who is joining? If you are joining, make sure you like if you are joining, guys. So at the National Assembly, Mama Oby Ezekwezili is speaking to Nigerians on the issue of electoral reform. Guys. If you are joining, say hi at the comment section and drop your location. Guys. Drop your location. We are here. So according to what she's saying, now let's listen to her in a brief.
I am your fellow Nigerian, and if you've been following developments at the if you've been following developments if you've been following developments since the Senate had its own conclusions on the election following that of the House of Reps that agreed with a reform to the clause in the current electoral bill, the Elect Bill 2022,
like if you're joining,
on the matter of electoral transmission of results electronically from the polling unit into the IREV as a clause that was considered not to be a mandatory provision in the 2023 election, because it was considered as one that was open to the discretion of the Independent Electoral Commission. You will know that the citizens came to the conclusion that the Senate is acting contrary to the desire of Nigerians for electoral transparency that will strengthen our democracy. You know that to be so. Many citizens have spoken. I have been particularly loud in stating that if the Senate gets away with a provision that is ambiguous, that gives power of discretion to determine the ifs and the buts, instead of making the clause mandatory that every vote must count in this.
That's what you are calling for.
The way that our votes will count is to have this mandatory provision that makes it the core principle of our electoral transparency, that no longer shall our votes be subject to the kinds of TPEX cancellations of results that we saw on the EC8A in previous elections. And so we as citizens are saying, stop any coup against this democracy. Stop it. The National Assembly must realize that they were, well, majority of them were probably not voted in.
Of course, of course, of course.
But it is exactly what they have done all these decades,
all these years, and
how many decades now?
They know that normally some of them will not be there.
Of our democracy. It is what they have done that they want to sustain. The only reason they don't want transparency through the mandatory provision for there to be instant, real-time, electronic transmission of the results from the EC8A to the IREF is because they want to continue to capture
rig election
for the pillaging of the Nigerian state. The society is laboring under the weight of poor governance that we have seen so far in our democracy. And now the citizens are saying enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Let our vote count.
No reason why people who call themselves Democrats would hate transparency. Do you hate transparency?
No.
Do the citizens of Nigeria hate transparency? Why then would the people who say that they are the Democrats hate transparency? It can only be for one reason. They do not want democracy. These ones are enemies of democracy. If they should pass any kind of law that does not make mandatory transmission without any proviso to it.
No manual.
What they are pretending to society now is that they have passed, that what they have agreed is mandatory transmission. It shall. But then, after they said that, they removed all of it. They removed all of it by already putting in many other things that will become the norm. I can tell you that because I did the reform of the of the procurement system in this country. Everywhere that they put any provisos became the norm.
Yes.
The proviso will become the norm. You see, they are already planning and saying that should something fail, why are you making a law that is saying that there will be failure?
I don't know.
Why are you introducing network failure and all other things that are extraneous to any law? Every law of a country is very clear without ambiguity. And what they have done is to already they are basically preempting us for the fact that they are planning to do exactly the provisos that they have put to that clause. Is that what we should take? No!
That, however, manual is the problem.
By this democracy, be accepting this kind of a provision.
We don't want to accept it.
That every one of us should tell every one of us that this is wrong. If these people pass an INEC bill, an INEC reform bill that already has programmed the rigging for them.
Yes.
If they pass that kind of a bill and they dare to take it to the president for assent, then we should know that both the legislature as well as the executive have decided that the Nigerian people don't matter.
Yes.
You matter?
It matters.
Yeah. Well, if you matter, then you should be standing your ground. They do not own our democracy.
They are serving Nigerians.
No, you have to tell me, don't say us, because you could be part of them. You could be part of them that are wanting to do the wrong thing. So democracy belongs to who? The people. Democracy belongs to the people. It does not belong to the people. Politicians that have bring themselves into political offices and now wanting it to lord it over the country. This country is not for those people. Have we not had enough?
We have suffered enough.
It's time to end it.
Let our vote count for once.
The most important provision in that bill today is this electronic transmission
of results.
Because in the past, nobody knew what was voted in polling units across the country. And that was what enabled them to now do collation that was a wayo collation.
Yes, collection booths.
To the point where I even had to begin to put put out things in pidgin English just so that Nigerians who say they don't understand this complexity can understand it. It is that important. If you don't care about yourself, at least care for the generation that is coming from you. Because you may be thinking that you are okay right now, but you're not okay. You're not okay if the generation that will come from you will not be okay. Because until you get good governance in this country, the child of the poor is stuck for life. Do you want your children to be stuck for life?
No.
Your grandfather handed poverty to you. Yeah? Your grandfather or your great-grandfather, as a matter of fact, handed poverty to your grandfather.
Yes.
Your grandfather handed poverty to your father.
Father.
And now your father has handed poverty to you. And now
Are you going to hand over the same to our children?
your children?
No.
A country flowing with milk and honey.
Well, let me tell you, if we don't get this transparency in the electronic transmission on a mandatory clause, then let me tell you, and you know me, I don't waste my word. I state it the way it is. Let me tell you, if you don't fight for this clause, you're basically saying it is okay for you to hand poverty to your own children and for your children to hand it to their own children. Well, if it is God forbid, you will get more Nigerians to stand and say, we resist this. These people are not greater than us. If we act collectively, this thing will be won. Are you ready to win this? If we don't win it today, we must get ourselves ready. All of the people that call themselves elected people in this country, from the president to all of them, we will stand against them. We will stand against them. I said we will stand against them. So my summary is this, for you the media, you must let it to power. So don't say you I want you to just know that the summary point this morning is that we, members of the credible election team.
So we are going to continue. It's happening already. So the information is that people are still gathering again to make sure that the information I'm receiving now is that House of Assembly is in a rowdy moment because of this electoral reform. Because of this electoral reform act, their pandemonium in House chamber. Now they're not agreeing on one thing as it stands now. They are not agreeing on one thing as it stands now. They are still in session.
True. Yeah.
They are still in session. I'm going to be playing out what is going on as it stands now. They are still in session. They are confused. They don't know what to do.
Once again, my name is Honorable Prince Adebayo Balogun, member representing Ibeju-Lekki.
Listen to your representatives then. Listen to your representatives.
Well, the committee has graciously worked on this bill and some key areas.
Please check your microphone. If it's on, kindly turn it off, please.
Some of the key areas of significance is on 3 sub 3, where the time for funding of
I think the long title is fine because we have done executive section on it. Just give us the long title, that suffices.
Okay, the long title is a bill for an act to repeal the Electoral Act number 13, 2022, and enact the Electoral Bill 2026 to regulate the conduct of federal, state, and area councils in the Federal Capital Territory election and for related matters, HB 2479.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You may now have your seat. Yes. Honorable colleagues, the bill to be considered today has 156 clauses. and we are going to vote on them for them to become the parts of this legislation that governs our election in Nigeria. So I'll just put the question, having gone through it with you time and again. I'll put the question, clause 1 to 10.
What is in that clause 1 to
Clause
10?
11 to 20. Clause 21.
Oga, wait, stop this. Imagine, they are saying no and you are still counting. The people are saying that you should calm down and you keep reading. You keep reading.
In that clause 60, clause 61,
Imagine what is going on.
clause 63, you're supposed to read line by line. Clause 64,
Why not hear them out?
Honorable colleagues, Chairman, point of order. Chairman, Honorable, you're supposed to do it line by line. 761.
Why not hear them out what they want to say? I don't understand how people are just feeling like gods, small gods.
But that's what we're doing. You're not listening. That's why
Everywhere don't scatter. Everywhere one place.
clause 62.
These people are...
Mr. Chairman, you're supposed to read line by line. Clause 63.
Oga, wait, man. Listen to them. Listen to them. Listen to them. Listen to them. They are saying something. Why not listen to them? Why people feeling like small girls? Eh? Why feeling like small girls? Listen to the people. What's going on? They have switched off all the mics.
Okay, honorable colleagues, we are starting from clause 1. We are starting from clause 1. Sit down, clause by clause. We are starting from clause 1.
What you be, a deputy speaker? You are not God.
Go back
Now,
to your
deputy speaker
seats.
you be,
We are
or
starting
speaker, you are
from
not
clause
God.
1.
Listen to your colleagues. The same vote bring gonna come.
Honorable colleagues, clause 1. Clause 1.
Listen to your colleagues. What you are is just the speaker or deputy speaker. You know the God.
Give us copy.
Imagine, you are reading something that your colleagues don't even have the copy, and you keep reading. You don't give them the copy of what you are reading. Hey, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You are reading the government, and the people you are reading to don't have the copy of what you are reading. What is going on? They are coming. What is going on? They don't have the copy. They are sure they don't have the copy. They don't have the copy, and you keep reading 65. See, very soon you complete it 100, and you without the cover, and you hit the cover. Everything has been concluded. Is that how we? Is that what we're doing in this country? That's unfair. That's unfair. That's unfair. It's not what we are talking about. What is going on?
Let them do close like this. It's very big. I told you not carry. Don't carry something that will carry you tomorrow. Don't carry something that will carry you tomorrow. That's what the man says. Let's leave tomorrow.
They're just looking for a way to make sure that they will bring it manual into this electoral reform, so that they will be able for them to read themselves in. Nigerians are ready for this time around. What they are looking for, continue what? When they don't have the copy.
Okay. Honorable colleagues, we are going to start again from clause 1. We are starting from clause 1. I will do it clause by clause. You need to listen. If you are standing up, please sit down. Sit down. Please, crowding, Mr. Speaker, go and sit down.
Why are they not trying to pass the real thing we are asking them to do? What is going on? What is going on? We need this thing to be passed. That's what we want. We want it to be in real time. Transmission of results. That's the only thing we are asking for. We are not asking for much. We are not asking for much. We are not asking for much. Let it be. As it stands now, the information on ground now is that APC lawmakers walk out of Green Chamber of Amendment electoral because it's not coming on their way. They are now walking out. As it stands now, they are walking out of the Green Chamber, National Assembly Chamber. They are walking out because the thing is not coming on their way. What is going on? Is that how we are going to run this country? Let me show you something. Is that how we're going to run this? Just look at the people representing you. Look at the people representing you. They are walking out of the Green Chamber, National Assembly Chamber, because maybe it's not in their own favor. So the information is that the APC lawmakers are walking out from National Assembly. For real-time transmission of results, that's what Nigerians are calling for, and they are trying to step it down. They are trying to step it down because I thought they said that they have the strategy. They have everything it takes. Why are they afraid? Why are they afraid of transmission of results electronically? That's the question we are asking. Why are they afraid of transmitting results electronically? Why are they afraid of it? Why are they afraid of transmitting results electronically, guys? What is going on?
He said no to motorbike policy. He said no to political bandits. They must do the right thing. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Their time is up. Their time is up. Political criminals. We say no. All we want is mandatory real-time electronic transmission. Our mandate must stand. Our vote must. Our vote must. Shame on all of them. The power of the people. Come outside. Come outside. Come outside.
Even so, the police are even against the protesters. The police are working against them. I don't really understand. They should approve it. That's what we are asking for. Approve it in real time. Transmit our results electronically. Electronically transmit our result. That's what we are asking for. Nothing more. Why are they not trying to transmit our results? And police are even using tear gas on them. Alpha,
the general.
welcome.
Welcome.
Well done, brother.
Chancellor,
Welcome. Let's do live.
Jam students right. It's E. Transmissions of result is electronically. Nigerians transfer money electronically. Banks function electronically. Government hold their meeting by Zoom electronically. What are you talking about? I've gone around this country to more than 440 local government. I have visited all. 96% of Nigeria is under network coverage. So what is it that Nigeria is so matured? Nigeria is more than matured. And right now we have Starlink. We have other means of transmission. So why should anybody deprive the future? I am here not because of my own generation. My generations, they have messed up. These are the people you find in the Senate. These are the people that are sitting in the House. And we are saying, no, the future must be saved. Nigeria is the youngest generation rising in globally. And so we must save the future. Nigeria is more than enough. When I landed the U.S. this morning, after the meeting in the U.S., I landed here in less than how many seconds? I was able to connect. I connect with several local government. I know the state of what is going on. Nigeria is ripe for things to be done rightly.
Exactly. Nigeria is over ready for electronically transmitting of results.
I was in a foreign country. It's not my nation. I went into the States and I was given the privilege to walk in to sit with the American Congress. I sat in the Senate and I talked with the Congress people. Nobody tear gas anybody. They listened to the petitions we brought. Why should Nigeria? I was here, peaceful. Everybody was conducting themselves peacefully. Why should they be tear gas? This is a crime. This is an abomination. This is a wickedness anybody can do to his own people. And I want to say that God is a God of justice. As for me, I will stand with this generation until they get their country.
So I'd like you to also respond. Plus, we noticed that clergymen are not really coming out to take a stand, especially with the insecurity and the killings.
Everybody here is a priest. You don't have to wait for anybody.
Yes.
America did not wait for everybody to rise when Martin Luther King rose. And Nigerians of good conscience must rise up to know that this is their only country and is the best nation. That's why I came back. That's why I came back to my country. That's why I am here to stand with these young people. What they are demanding is not so much.
It's not too much.
Transmission of result, real time. Why should you be afraid?
They have strategy. They have employed influential people. Why are they afraid? I believe that woman.
It's all of that nonsense. We know that is where they're heading to. And we are not accepting a one-party state. No matter how intelligent a leader is. The Bible says in a multitude of counsel there is deliverance. That is the reason why Nigerian rotate presidency. That's the reason why we advocated that presidency must go to the south. I paid the premium price for presidency to go to the south against my own region. And so we will not allow any tyranny in this country. Nigeria must survive, and Nigeria must survive for the best of all.
Lastly, killings are mandatory everywhere, and it appears nothing is really moving, especially from the security agencies.
You will see the action. You will see what is going to happen to the Kilani Fulla headsmen that have been hired and sponsored. The days and their days are numbered. Nigeria.
If you are joining this live, make sure you are dropping your comments, where you are joining from, your location, and other things. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm sorry for the lights. There's no much light here. I'm sorry. I'm just bringing up all the things that are going on now. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. Citizens are demanding real-time transmission. That's the only thing. There's nothing much we are demanding. Just real-time transmission of election results. Real-time transmission of election results. That's what the citizens are demanding. Rep in opera. I know to the rest in this conference. Nah, the way these people are going, did you say ADC say what happened now? We are joining, guys. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going, guys. According to the information, the protesters, the peaceful rally is still ongoing. It's still ongoing, guys. It's still ongoing.
I have been particularly loud in stating that if the Senate gets away with a provision that is ambiguous, that gives power of discretion to determine the ifs and the buts, instead of making the clause mandatory that every vote must count in this country.
Yes.
And that the way that our votes will count is to have this mandatory provision that makes it the core principle of our electoral transparency, that no longer shall our votes be subject to the kinds of TPEX cancellations of results that we saw on the EC8A in previous elections. And so we as citizens are saying, stop any coup against this democracy. Stop it. The National Assembly must realize that they were, well, majority of them were probably not voted in.
Of course.
Say they were voted in. But
The information we are having now is that Federal High Court to deregister ADC ahead of 2027 election. It's just a shady news. Let's keep watching and see how the thing gonna be. According to information, they are trying to deregister ADC ahead of 2027. These people they just want to do everything to make sure that wow, if they tell that these people are not afraid, they are really afraid of Nigeria.
Enter into campaign season, where political aspirants will once again try to regale you with their achievements and sway the electorate with saccharine promises, financial favors, and other forms of inducement. My name is Shoma Innocent, and of course,
they are trying to deregister ADC. That is small information that is coming. Rally session in House of Rape over motion to rescind electronic transmission of results. They are not having problem among them because some of them are saying no, some of them are saying yes. What is their reasons? Let's listen to Shemwore on what he said in this part.
We were poison gas. We were gas with a poisonous gas. It's not a tear gas.
Nigerian police, what you people are doing is not good.
okay, come here. Come, let's go.
What you people are doing is not good, Nigerian police. So let's go to the Punch newspaper and read out what is going on. The information that are now dropping from the Punch newspaper. From the Punch newspaper, let's read out the information that is dropping from the Punch newspaper. Let's read out the information, the latest information, latest news that is dropping. Let me see if I can use my lights. Okay, it's somehow okay. Okay, let's check the information that is dropping on the Punch newspaper. Greeting. Okay, from we came across your CV and Indeed. I wanted to check if you are currently looking for a job opportunity. If you are interested, please share your updated CV with us. And what's looking forward. Okay. So guys, if you are joining this live, make sure you drop where you are joining from. Drop it at the comment section. Drop it at the comment section if you are joining here. Let's do it, guys. Let's do this. So according to the information we are receiving here, let's see, group department. So let's go to Punch newspaper and see what is dropping guys. Let's go to the Punch newspaper. Information Boko. Our Nigerian people are still at the National Assembly, while the National Assembly are just trying to play smart. First, the information we have is that features of CAF Champions League quarter-final, semi-final. So, as it stands now, the Nigerian police are using tear. You know what I mean? Other things now on Nigerians. Are using it on Nigerians as it stands now. Latest information, Ogun local government workers give Abiodun 7 days ultimatum over autonomy. This autonomy problem. That's not what we're talking about. Now, police uses tear on protesters at National Assembly. demanding electronic transmission of results. Opposition lawmakers slam a move to adopt Senate version. The information now is that, the Senate version of this electoral reform is that they added manual, but the rep version, they admitted for real transmission, but they want to admit the one. Now, just look at what is going on. Now, the opposition lawmakers are calling APC only, OPC only. Oh boy, I don't understand what's going on with these people. You hear them? The opposition lawmakers are calling APC only. You guys should do the right thing. That's the only thing we want. Do the right thing. Now, let's move on. Electoral Act, opposition lawmakers. Opposition lawmakers slam move to adopt Senate version. They want to adopt the Senate version. They want to adopt the Senate version, guys. They want to adopt the Senate version. I'm coming back and let me just listen to something. I'm coming. Just stay tuned. We are here together. I didn't clean an acceleration. Oh yeah? Huh? Okay. Oh, just so I was saying that I'm here now. Oh, one of them. So come tomorrow at 10 a.m. EMC Motors Trading License. There okay. Near rent car. Nearest metro station. Post stop. Be informal and being the hard copy. So, be informal. So, let me send them. So, someone on time, please send them a mail. I think you have to do it there. That your boss now. I got now. Let me print something first. Okay, guys, please, we are still on. Sorry, say we still need to get some certain things done. We still need to get some certain things done. I just went to check some. Okay, I have I'm coming, guys. Please, I'm coming. So what's going on in your area, guys? What's going on in your area? I didn't have it tomorrow. So what's going on, guys? What's going on? Dera. So what's going on? So the National Assembly they are not in order as it stands now, because they are debating whether to accept the Senate version or the House of Representatives version. And the House of Representatives version is saying real time. You get the point? That's the problem. House of Representatives version of Electoral Reform Act is saying real time, while the Senate have added a clause, let me say, a vacuum that will enable rigging. Yes, they have added a vacuum that will enable rigging. You get the point? So that's the problem. They have added a vacuum that will enable rigging, which is not what we are asking for. You get the point? But let's continue, guys. Let's continue, guys. Very soon I'll be leaving here because okay, let me share something to some people before I come. So we are still at the National Assembly. And the Nigerians are still gathered. at the National Assembly. You get the point? So what's the name of that? Click zone. Okay, so Nigerians are still gathered to know what's going on. Okay. So guys, let's look at the trending news from the Punch newspaper. Electoral Reform Act. Opposition lawmakers move to adopt Senate version. Senate version is not what we need. We need the House of Representatives version, which said real time. We are saying real time. That's the one we need to go for. And now they are not agreeing on one thing. According to pr0t, Electoral Acts, leadership failure behind Nigerian struggles. pr0t said that Nigerian electoral struggles, contrasting them with India's success and blaming of a failure of leadership for inability to hold credibility election. Senate panel queries tribunal over 16 million spent on office fumigation. What did I just read now? Senate panel queries tribunal over 16 million naira spent on office fumigation. 16 million. The Nigerian Senate panel questioned the investment and security tribunal over 16 million naira tribunal in fumigation cost spent on its office in 2025. Are you serious? 16 million just to fumigate office. Is it heaven and the earth office? I don't understand. Is the office heaven and the earth? Is the office heaven and the earth office that are spending 16 million to do fumigation? Hey, oh my God. Even the tribunal, judiciary, hey, yeah. So the information we are receiving is that Tinubu seek Senate confirmation for INEC commissioner and NA NACOM chairman. President Tinubu asked the Senate to confirm Admiral Jimela Abubakar as INEC national commissioner and Ambassador Ismail Yusuf as NACOM chairman. Okay, we continue, guys. We continue on the trending issue, on the trending news, on the newspaper right now. There's information. 2027 opposition no match for Tinubu, says APC chieftain. No problem. Opposition no match for Tinubu, says APC chieftain. We know that the opposition don't match even Tinubu in any way. We know that Tinubu is a strategic politician. But what we are asking for is, let there be transmission of results electronically. Let's see who get the strategy and who get the influence. Let's see who get the strategy and who get the influence. We know that they don't match. They don't really match. But let's try this thing for once. Let's now know who have that strategy, the influence and the structure. Why people are afraid of transmitting results electronically? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Tinubu unveiled Nigerian industrial policy. President Tinubu unveiled the Nigerian Industrial Policy 2025, a strategic roadmap to boost production, create jobs, and enhance economic competitiveness. So let's go back to the National Assembly to know what is stopping. Let's go back to National Assembly to know what is stopping there. Let's go back to National Assembly to know what is stopping. To know what is going down at the National Assembly. Okay. So the National Assembly, what is going on? We need okay. Let's listen to this information from the National Assembly. If you are joining this live, connect in real time. Connect in real time. You get the point.
Fabio is leading the National Assembly to do is that they want to reverse our independence. That independence we labored our forefathers obtained from the British. They want to become black-skin imperialists. And how are they doing it? They have no skill in governance. They've shown that already. But they don't want to leave the same. And they want to make election to be an empty ritual where the citizen knows that I am just coming there like a prop in a movie. I don't count. The script is already written. And that is why President Tinubu said when he was coming, the power is not begged for. You don't beg the people for power. You go and grab it like a pickpocket.
Why?
Like an armed robber. You grab
That means they don't care. They don't send us.
We are gathered here as citizens who are concerned about what is going on in the country. What we are discussing is not politics. We are discussing citizenship. What the National Assembly is seeing today, with all of us in front of them, is what they ought to be seeing every day. There is no parliament you go in the world where the citizens are not found in the gallery and around the parliament making one case or the other. So this is not a protest. This is participation in democracy. And many more Nigerians should make this a daily activity. Whether you are concerned about water, air quality, education, whatever is the subject matter that concerns you for that day, you have a right to come here and remind our constitutional representatives that they have zero power except the power they are exercising on our behalf.
Of course.
That's number one.
They are serving us.
Number two,
We are not serving them.
what we need to understand is that we have a history of people rigging elections.
It's been long.
But what the present administration is doing, and the National Assembly is enabling them to do, is that they are not content to rig elections. They want to rig the rules of the election. They want to make election rigging part
A
of the
normal
law.
thing. Part of the law.
So what we are fighting
So
for
that they will get whatever they want.
is not just one clause in one bill. We are fighting for the principle of freedom. And the citizen of Nigeria, in his mind, will do nothing. What we want them to know is that we can lose on the issue of governance, because we know that next time a better government will come. We can lose on the mismanagement of our resources. We know that when we hold elections, we will correct it. What we cannot lose is our sovereignty. We cannot lose our sovereignty. We cannot be a people who are not free in our land.
Right.
So this movement for credible election is not a political movement. And don't assume, because Nigerians have a Messiah problem, don't assume that there will be Oby Ezekwezili coming to fight for you tomorrow. There will be Buba fighting for you tomorrow. This is not how you are going to be free. How we are going to be free is that as we are doing it here, you do it in every part of your community.
Yes, sir.
If you lead a church, you make it a sermon. If you lead a mosque, you make it a sermon.
Good.
Wherever you are, if you are a leader of a community, because there are three principles implicated.
Nigeria is affecting everybody.
Our government is saying
Any law they
no,
keep, any law
that
they
we are
bring affects
dishonest
everybody.
that we cannot do anything fairly. And we have been doing that to our people for a long time. A student who goes to write an entrance examination is not sure that what he does in the exam will determine the outcome. A person who goes to work doesn't believe that what he does at work will determine his remuneration or promotion. Everything we do in our society, our leadership, have made dishonesty a national character. And Nigerians, we are not dishonest. It is a dishonest leadership that we have.
Yes.
Secondly, that we cannot be fair and just. Already, the government has taken over all the resources of the country. They've appropriated all the wealth of the country to themselves. They have captured all the governors that people elected
Yes.
for the variety that they brought in the election. They've now approximated and unified everything into one singularity to serve one man, one system. Now, they want to make election a foregone conclusion. And this is a country where the government says they have arrested coup plotters, and that the coup plotters will face death sentence, life imprisonment, other punishment. And the government itself is a coup d'etat. So we cannot allow for them to assume that we are quiet. And let me tell them, what we are doing here today is our right.
Yes, sir.
And it's our love for the country we are expressing.
Yes, sir.
They cannot be too sure that every part of Nigeria will continue to wait and protest peacefully like this. So the earlier they abandon that attempted coup and do the right thing, the best for the country. As it is today, our president is being supervised from Washington on how to be a commander-in-chief. And is being supervised from France on how to manage the economy.
How to collect us.
Does he want to be supervised from abroad on how to conduct elections?
At plus 500, we believe in letting the numbers.
So that's not what you want. You have strategy, you have everything by your side. So why are you people afraid?
India has 10 times of our voting population. They don't even discuss free and fair election anymore because it is an insult to the Indian spirit that you would think the election is not fair. So this is the last time there will be a crowd that will come out to discuss free and fair election. It should be part of our national
It should be part of our life
and our natural habit.
Yes.
So there's a long speech here, or long 21-point statement. That statement will be shared to the press. Deem it as read because there are other leaders here. But the conclusion I will make is that what we are also doing here is a spiritual exercise. Because you can lie to yourself, you cannot lie to your God. Yes. So you cannot say, I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity, honor our glory, so help me God. Why are you asking God to help you if you are not honest? Why do we start National Assembly with a prayer? House will start with a prayer, end with a prayer. Senate will start with a prayer, end with a prayer. Federal Executive Council will start with a prayer, end with a prayer. But in between, everything's a lie. We cannot be like that. So I plead with government, they should realize that they are ordinary people like us, and that the government seat is a barber's chair. You sit there,
turns
you barb
around.
your hair, another person sits there.
As
the barb
PDP
is there.
are just
It does not
complaining
belong to
everywhere now.
anybody. Therefore, they should not set the country on fire. They should not assume that one, after a few days, we are going to get tired. It's not going to happen. It's just the beginning. Secondly, they should not assume that they will remain there if elections are not held. An election will not be held under a law that is already a burglary of the votes. So I plead with you all and the media, be on the side of the people. Don't confuse issues. Don't say there's a clause there, there's an argument there. I've been listening to morning shows, evening shows. Journalists don't understand simple English anymore. Even though someone have PhD in English, they have PhD in communication, they are confusing things. It is not everything that is money, that is commerce, advertising. No. You need to have a country. I served in Liberia after the war as a United Nations appointed commissioner, and ECOWAS appointed commissioner. It doesn't matter whether you are editor-in-chief, chief justice. If you don't have a country, if you have lawlessness, if you have anarchy, you are just a simple refugee anywhere else in the world. And this country, God wants to answer our prayer. Why don't we want to be honest? Let us be honest, and I say God bless Nigeria. Thank you all.
Thank you. So we shall continue, guys. We shall continue as the information is dropping. I will be dropping it as well. So we shall continue. Just stay connected, guys. Stay connected, guys. Stay connected. So we are still on ground. I'm going to be releasing the information on what is going on at the National Assembly. If people are still there, so we are still connected. We are still on ground. Nothing to solve. Nothing. Senate not ready for e-transmission as Nigeria. Who is saying this? Nigeria not ready for e-transmission. We don't want to hear this again. You people are bringing Nigeria backward. You are bringing Nigeria as a country backward. Why are you telling you cannot stop it to be for running? Why are you people telling us this in this 21st century? That Nigeria is not ready for transmission of result electronically? People should stop this play, please. People should stop this play. If they don't want to give the electronically transmission of results, there's no election 2027. After 2027, all of them will move out. That's the thing. They cannot stay there. No election. Nobody's coming to vote. Nobody's going to vote. So let's listen to what happened at the National Assembly. As there's a problem between the Senate and the House of Representatives. Let's go from Arise, okay? Let's get the full gist of what really happened at the National Assembly as the correspondents are releasing.
The House of Representatives has gone into a closed-door session after an uproar over this Electoral Act Amendment bill. Now, lawmakers were thrown into some disarray after a motion seeking to rescind the bill was ruled in favor of. What's going on from the House floor?
Now, let's get the full gist.
Tension?
Good afternoon, Annie. Hey, nice to see you today, and also good afternoon, Cynthia. Now, the House of Representatives is in a closed session, an executive session, right behind me. What triggered today's activities is that Honorable Waive, who's the chairman of the Rules and Business Committee, stood up to move a motion to rescind the Electoral Bill Amendment Act that the House had passed in December, so that they can reconsider the amendments and align with the Senate committee. However, that did not happen. When he moved the motion was seconded by Honorable Bayo Balogun, who's the chairman of the Electoral Matters Committee, and the nays in the chamber were very loud. Now, the speaker originally said that the ayes have it, but there were protests, and then he moved to go to an executive closed-door session. Now, even that move by the speaker was very unpopular, and there was a lot of noise in the House. It seemed that some members did not want to go to a closed-door session. They do not want to rescind the decision they made in December when they passed the bill, and they do not want to reconsider these amendments. Now, this is also following what happened yesterday. Yesterday, the committee to consolidate both the Senate and the House of Reps, different versions of the bills, were supposed to meet yesterday at 11 a.m. Now, the chairman of the Electoral Matters Committee for the House of Representatives, Honorable Bayo Balogun, was at that meeting, as well as the Senate counterpart, Senator Lalong, but none of the members of the House of Representatives showed up. They then moved the meeting later to 3 p.m. yesterday, at which time we did have senators show up, like Senator Mongunu, who is the chief whip of the Senate, so that the House of Representatives and the Senate will be able to consolidate the electoral matters and also come with these 20 amendments by the time they come today to the emergency session that both the House and the Senate were having today, that they would be aligned. However, even at that 3 p.m. meeting, the House of Representatives members also did not show up. It seems there is a majority of the members inside. Sources right now indicate that majority of the members of the Green Chamber want to stand by the decision for real-time electronic transmission of votes. However, now they are in a closed-door session. From what we're hearing filter through that session is that this right now inside the Green Chamber is very contentious and it's very heated.
Contentious and heated are the right words at this worth, similar to what we saw about this time last week. Now that you have all these facts on ground, along with all the updates that you've given us, any predictions on how things might play out today?
If I were, I can't say I'll give predictions. If I was a gambling person, I would say that they might have to close today after their closed-door session and maybe not see that motion be retaken. However, we are on a very tight timeline. There's only 368 days to the date of the elections that INEC has currently announced. We need 365 days according to the laws that we currently have, the 2022 electoral bill. So that means there is a 3-day window, and of course, plenary usually only holds on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. This emergency session is coming in the middle of budget, the budget hearings. We're having budget hearings to analyze the budget spending for 2025 and, of course, the budget proposals for 2026. So this is an emergency session. If the House of Representatives is not able to align or come to some type of negotiated agreement in their closed session, then I do not think that plenary will hold later today. But again, there has been a very strong push from the Senate in terms of not wanting this real-time electronic transmission. At the same time, there has has been reports of tear gas at the gates of National Assembly as we have protesters outside still asking for real-time electronic transmission of votes. So the people of Nigeria are currently at the gates of National Assembly. The members of the House of Representatives are currently behind a closed door trying to negotiate or come to a conclusion that would, I guess, satisfy both the Nigerian people and their lawmakers. But again, it does seem that there is a very strong resistance amongst members of the House to acquiesce and go with the Senate's version, particularly of Section 63 of the Electoral Act.
And Adesua, is there a sense that given the protests going on, in real time as the Senate is speaking behind closed doors, as you mentioned, is there a sense that the protests' desires or their wishes will be listened to? Will they be addressed? Or does it really feel like these are two separate bodies that are essentially not really communicating with one another?
Well, I do think that in terms of the protests outside, their voices are certainly being heard both in the red chamber and in the green chamber. If we recall, the session that the Senate held last week was also contentious. At some point in time, we also had Senator Abaribe actually call and ask for votes to be taken, but he did withdraw that motion. What is happening right now is that the electoral bill, the amendment, and the new laws are very contentious. There are 20 amendments, but most people are focusing on 63, section 63, subsection 3, which of course focuses on real-time transmission.
That's
and
what we want.
electronic transmission, and of course removing or reducing the powers that the Senate has currently given to presiding officers, or of course
remove it entirely. We don't need it.
From disallowing the confusion that we had at the 2023 elections. So it does seem that the voices on the streets of Abuja, but also in our media, are being heard by the lawmakers. However, there is interest on both sides, and it does seem that it's going to continue to be contentious until a final decision is made. But as we are now more than an hour into the closed-door executive session by the House of Representatives.
This is why you mentioned earlier that the tear gas was used, and it was used against the protesters that are outside. Can you let us know what happened that might have led to that, if you have that information?
So it is still unclear. There are reports of tear gas. When that was going on, I was inside.
So why would they be using such peaceful Nigerians that are demanding for their vote to count? Why are our policemen using such on peaceful Nigerians? This is not good. That is not good, guys.
What led to tear gas or otherwise?
It be like say these people no one. We just want our vote to count, guys. We just want our vote to count. That's the only thing we are asking for. We just want our vote to count. Let it count in real time. Now, Shomore and Shomore is using some words that I cannot be able to. Oh boy, what our policemen are doing is not good. What our policemen are doing is not good. It's not good. That is unfair. What they are doing is not good. That is unfair. What the National Assembly is doing is not good. They are trying to adopt the Senate version of electoral reports, but that's not what you are asking for. That's not what we are asking for. Let's go back to the Punch newspaper. The Punch newspaper, as the information is landing, we are releasing it in real time. That's what we're asking our election to be, in real time. In real time. In real time. So according to the information, Health Minister orders immediate retirement of long-standing directors. Release Nnamdi Kanu or return him to Kenya. Southeast Monarch text Tinubu, according to the Punch newspaper. Southeast Monarch urged President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when the continuation is fueling youth agitation. Who is joining? According to the Punch, electoral opposition leaders slam lawmakers for trying to adopt Senate version of the Electoral Reform Act. Electoral reform. According to the congressman, President Trump is greatest president of my lifetime. Proud to be working alongside him to make America great again. Happy President's Day, Congressman Raleigh. So who is joining this live, guys? We are still gonna be releasing more information on the outcome of what is going on at the National Assembly. At this point now, since I'm gonna be ending this live, I need to go somewhere. So just tell me what's going on in your area. Just let us know what's going on in your area as we are closing this live. Okay, boys, guys, please, guys, sorry for that. At this point, I'm going to be ending this live, and may we reconvene again, maybe by tomorrow or another time I'll be coming live. Thank you so much for staying with me. For some of you that join and go, it's okay. I understand. We are just practicing it to get the point. So let's do it again tomorrow or another time. I'll be posting more videos on what is going on at National Assembly. You know, they've not decided anything yet. They have not decided anything yet. So they are not decided anything yet. So